Hey Patriots fans, welcome back. Today we are diving into all the action surrounding our New England Patriots. And there's plenty to talk about as we break down the key elements that could define this matchup. The team is coming off some intense weeks, and every moment counts as they push forward in the season. One of the most obvious things we have to consider going into this game is the state of the Giants' defense, which has struggled mightily all year. Their rush defense has been historically weak, and their passing defense has shown glaring vulnerabilities that any smart team will look to exploit. For the Patriots, this creates a golden opportunity to establish dominance right from the start, particularly on the ground. The running game has to come alive, and players like Trayvon Henderson and Rondre Stevenson are going to be key. These guys have the potential to break through, make big plays, and set the tone early, forcing the Giants to respect the run. When the running game is clicking, it opens up everything else, creating chances for big, explosive plays through the air. That is when the passing game can really shine. Drake Maye, stepping into the pocket, needs time to survey the field and connect with his targets. He has weapons all over the field. Stephon Diggs stretching defenses, Hunter Henry finding seams, Kahan Booty exploiting mismatches, Pop Douglas making plays in space, and Kyle Williams stepping up when called upon. If the offensive line can hold their ground, even with some key injuries, and give Maye just enough time to make accurate throws, the Patriots could put together an unstoppable offensive rhythm. This isn't just about individual talent. It's about coordination, timing, and making the Giants pay for every weakness in their defensive schemes. The offensive line has been battered and bruised, and the Giants know it. They will send pressure, twists, and stunts to try and break through, and every player needs to be aware of their assignments. Protecting Drake Maye is not optional. It is mission critical. Every blitz, every twist, every gap in the line that is left unattended could cost points. The Patriots need discipline, focus, and execution to succeed, and if they can manage that, the rest of the game opens up. Beyond the basics of protecting the quarterback and running the ball, it's crucial to recognize how versatile the Giants' key players are. Jackson Dart and Tyrone Tracy Jr. represent serious threats on the ground. Dart has shown the ability to make big plays both with his legs and in creating pressure for defenses, while Tracy Jr., who has experience catching passes out of the backfield, adds another layer of complexity to the Giants' attack. Containing these two will be a priority for the Patriots' defense, and it will require discipline, preparation, and sharp awareness at every position. You can't allow big plays to develop, and every tackle, every gap assignment, every pursuit angle matters. If the Patriots can limit Dart's impact on the ground and keep Tracy Jr. in check, they force the Giants to rely on less effective options, which is exactly where you want them. On top of all this, the red zone becomes an area of enormous significance. Opportunities inside the 20-yard line must be maximized, and this is where precision, patience, and power intersect. The Patriots need to execute cleanly, hitting assignments and making the tough yards when they're needed most. Every misstep could be the difference between settling for a field goal and finding the end zone. And against a team struggling defensively, touchdowns are what separate good games from dominant ones. In the red zone, you cannot be tentative. Every block, every gap, every push matters. The offensive line must rise to the occasion. The backs must read and react quickly, and Drake Maye must deliver accurate passes under pressure. This is where games are won, and elite teams understand that there is no room for error. If the Patriots can establish the run, protect the quarterback, control the game in the red zone, and contain the opposing playmakers, everything else falls into place. Points will flow, momentum will build, and the Giants will be forced to chase a game they simply cannot win if these fundamentals are executed. Looking at the Patriots' key offensive targets, there is a lot of potential for explosive plays. Stephon Diggs has the ability to make defenders look foolish with his route running and quickness, while Hunter Henry can dominate in the intermediate zones. Kahan Booty and Pop Douglas create mismatches that can turn routine plays into game-changing moments, and Kyle Williams provides additional options for Maye to keep the defense guessing. The synergy between these receivers, tight ends, and backs is essential, And when the Patriots are firing on all cylinders, it's difficult for any defense to keep up. The Giants' weakness in both rushing and passing defense sets up the perfect scenario for the Patriots to capitalize. Every run that gains yardage, every pass that connects, and every defensive stop that limits big plays contributes to a growing advantage. The key is to stay disciplined, avoid mistakes, and maintain focus throughout every drive. Special attention must be given to individual matchups and tendencies. The Patriots must recognize where the pressure will come from, anticipate defensive shifts, and exploit openings before they close. Understanding the opponent's strategy and countering it effectively will be critical to maintaining control. On the defensive side, containing Jackson Dart and Tyrone Tracy Jr. requires intelligent positioning, aggressive tackling, and constant communication. Any lapse can lead to big gains, so coordination among linebackers, secondary players, and defensive linemen is crucial. The Patriots must ensure that every gap is filled, every angle is taken, and every play is executed with precision. If they can achieve this balance, they force the Giants to become predictable and limit their scoring opportunities. While all these strategies sound straightforward, executing them under game conditions is always the challenge. The Patriots have shown resilience and skill in past games, and this matchup offers another chance to showcase their preparation, adaptability, and sheer talent. Offensive cohesion, defensive discipline, and red zone efficiency all combine to create a winning formula. The fans have every reason to be excited as the team looks to dominate both sides of the ball and capitalize on the weaknesses that the Giants present. Every drive matters, every series counts, and the energy on the field can shift the momentum rapidly if the Patriots play with focus and intensity. There is no room for complacency, and every player must rise to the occasion to ensure that the team executes at a high level. The running game will set the pace. The passing game will provide explosive plays, and defensive discipline will limit the opponent. The red zone will be the final test of execution and composure. When all these elements come together, the Patriots are positioned to not only win, but to do so decisively. This game is about fundamentals, preparation, and capitalizing on opportunity, and the Patriots have shown the ability to do all of these things. With every possession, the team has a chance to build momentum, put pressure on the opponent, and create a rhythm that the Giants will struggle to counter. This is the perfect scenario to leverage strengths and minimize weaknesses, and fans can expect a strategic, high-energy, and exciting game from start to finish. Continuing from where we left off, let's dive deeper into the nuances of this matchup and why it could become one of the defining games of the season for the Patriots. Beyond the basic fundamentals of running the ball effectively, protecting Maye, and containing Jackson Dart and Tyrone Tracy Jr., there are subtler elements that could swing momentum dramatically. Timing and tempo will play a crucial role throughout this game. The Patriots have the opportunity to dictate the pace, force the Giants to react instead of initiate, and capitalize on mismatches before adjustments can be made. Every snap, every motion, and every formation counts because when a team can control tempo, it controls the narrative of the game. That starts with establishing physicality at the line of scrimmage. When the offensive line consistently wins the battle up front, the running backs gain confidence, and the quarterback gains more room to operate. The Patriots' rush attack, featuring Henderson and Stevenson, is not just about yardage. It's about setting the tone. Every first down, every sustained drive puts pressure on the Giants' defense mentally and physically, and that cumulative effect often leads to breakdowns in coverage and missed tackles. Exploiting those opportunities requires precision, vision, and decisiveness. The running backs must hit their holes quickly, read blocks efficiently, and adapt on the fly to defensive adjustments. Similarly, Maye must understand where defenders are likely to be and anticipate the pressure before it arrives. This is where preparation and film study intersect with natural talent. Maye's ability to recognize blitzes, manipulate defensive angles, and make quick, accurate throws will determine the success of the passing game. When the Patriots can consistently make defenders wrong, the passing attack opens up, creating opportunities for explosive plays. Targets like Stephon Diggs, Hunter Henry, Kahan Booty, and Pop Douglas have the speed, hands, and route precision to turn short gains into momentum-shifting moments. Even players who may not be primary options at the start of the game can become critical contributors when matchups are exploited and zones are attacked efficiently. Defensive strategy also plays a pivotal role, particularly in containing the Giants' dual threats on the ground. Jackson Dart and Tyrone Tracy Jr. have the ability to disrupt rhythm and create chaos behind the line of scrimmage. Dart's vision and agility, combined with Tracy's versatility out of the backfield, make them difficult to defend without discipline and coordination. Every linebacker and safety must maintain gap integrity, read keys precisely, and communicate constantly. The secondary must be aware of potential routes and checkdowns, ensuring that coverage is tight while maintaining the ability to support against the run. If the Patriots' defense can execute these assignments with consistency, they force the Giants into predictable patterns, which opens the door for turnovers, negative plays, and missed opportunities. Turnovers could be especially decisive in this matchup. In a game where the Patriots are expected to control possession and dictate pace, taking advantage of any Giants' mistakes will amplify the impact of their offense. Even small errors, missed assignments, blown coverages, or poor tackling can snowball into critical points and momentum swings. The Patriots have the personnel, experience, and discipline to capitalize on these moments, provided they stay focused and execute their responsibilities flawlessly. Red zone efficiency remains a critical piece of the puzzle. The ability to convert every opportunity inside the 20-yard line into touchdowns is non-negotiable. Against a defense struggling to close gaps and prevent big plays, settling for field goals can quickly turn a manageable game into a tense one. The offensive line must remain sturdy. The running backs must hit their holes with precision, and Drake Maye must deliver accurate, decisive throws under pressure. The Patriots' success in this phase will be a reflection of discipline, preparation, and confidence in their play calling. Beyond the tactical side of the game, energy and momentum will be factors that can't be overlooked. The Patriots have the chance to create sustained pressure, both physically and psychologically, forcing the Giants to react and adapt constantly. When a team is on the move, scoring efficiently, and defending effectively, confidence builds on both sides of the ball. Players feed off each other's energy, and momentum becomes a tangible force that can determine the outcome of key drives. Momentum swings early in the game will be critical, as they can set the tone and influence decisions later in the matchup. The Patriots must remain aggressive but disciplined, pushing the tempo without overcommitting or making unnecessary mistakes. In addition to the stars of the team, role players and situational athletes will have opportunities to shine. Special teams, third down conversions, and even snap decisions in high-pressure moments will contribute to the overall narrative of the game. Every detail, no matter how small, can have an outsized impact on the flow of the contest. Anticipating the Giants' adjustments and countering them effectively is another area where preparation will be decisive. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Aloha has been moving through league circles, growing louder with every passing hour, and it all centers on a single, explosive line reportedly tied to Drake Maye. He's never playing for the Patriots again. No one seems to know exactly where the phrase first leaked. Some claim it was caught offhand in a locker room exchange. Others insist it came from someone close to the rookie quarterback. But the words have taken on a life of their own, floating through team facilities, radio shows, and front office hallways like a spark in dry grass. Around the organization, reactions range from tight-lipped denial to uneasy silence. People who are usually eager to talk are suddenly choosing detours, offering half sentences about focus, development, and competition, while avoiding any mention of whether Maye's patience is wearing thin. It's only added to the intrigue swirling around a franchise already dealing with change, uncertainty, and a fan base hungry for any sign of stability. Instead, they now find themselves dissecting tone, body language, and every clipped remark from coaches as if each could reveal the truth behind the whisper. In league offices and media rooms, the quote has become a kind of riddle. Some insiders speculate it stems from frustration over internal decisions, others from tensions about roles and expectations. A few even wonder if the comment, if real, wasn't meant literally at all, but rather as an emotional flare-up during a moment of honest candor. Still, the phrasing is so sharp, so definitive, that it refuses to die down. It keeps resurfacing, fueled by anonymous voices and subtle winks from people who heard something from someone who would know. Meanwhile, teammates appear careful when speaking about the young quarterback, praising his competitiveness while maneuvering around the idea that anything might be amiss. The quieter they are, the more the noise grows. And so the rumor rolls on, gathering speed, turning what might have been a fleeting comment into the most talked-about mystery in the sport. Whether it signals real fracture or nothing at all, the league is listening, waiting to see whether the words were smoke, fire, or something in between. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.